Man, it was a better 2018 than mine.
Oh God, yeah. His 2018 was pretty good. Winning a second champ card in a row, Timmy Two Belts. I asked him where is he. I don't know if I asked him on the episode or during his interview where he's gonna put his third belt if he ever wins one. I think it was during his 2018. I asked his 20. Look forward for 2019, I believe. But yeah, so after Tim won, there was kind of we had the Mortal Kombat characters as prize support at Worlds, which was huge because no one expected that at all. Like no one really thought they were even that far ahead, I guess, that they had ready characters. And already people were already saying, I think Jacob Johnson had a Quan Chi deck built that afternoon and was beating the shit out of people using Spike 2. And so people already kind of knew that Quan Chi was nuts already.
Yeah.
Even without seeing support. And everyone dogged Cassie. And everyone dogged... Actually, Liu Kang was rated number 6 worst, or like one of the worst by Jeremy Ray. You know?
I mean, Liu Kang was always going to be like what his support was.
Yeah,
and
for sure. Yeah.
His support was stupid.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But at the time, he was considered bad because we didn't know his support was.
Well, I mean, the thing is like, right, all those characters are judged based on the existing card pool.
Oh, exactly.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. So we ended up getting...
Cassie sucks, by the way.
Yeah, okay. So we had, before that came, so we go right to Indie PTC, I believe, which we came out.
Maybe.
There might have been something else, but yeah.
I don't think there was, because I think it was like right after Worlds, wasn't it?
Worlds. Yeah, Indie was right after Worlds. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And that's why we didn't think a lot of people were going to show up. But we actually had a pretty good turnout. We had like 20-something people, which was good.
Yeah, I mean... Indie's a cool play group. Like, there's something... I don't think they really had anyone last year. I think that's a pretty new...
Yeah.
I don't know if it sprung up with Bebop or if they had started up a little bit beforehand.
I know that they've always been like a small group, but since JD took over... since we did the MCS there, and then JD kind of just took it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So, like, Sean
and
okay.
Yep.
Sean's been around a little bit.
Sean's been a bit. David's been around a bit.
I forget he's Indie.
Yeah. Freddie was around too. He doesn't play as much now, but they kind of took off after the MCS, and they got a lot of people because JD, the owner of Saltier Games, really solid, really enjoyed the community that when we were there, and so their groups they've been growing pretty well. I know they have the current MCS reigning champion. Devin has the mat right now, and we haven't had a MCS event, so we may need to challenge him to get that mat back and bring it back to Rockford. It's never been in Rockford, but yeah, it needs to come. It needs to come to Rockford.
So it needs to come back to a place it's never been.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so Indy, that's where I top cutted for the first time in singles, which was great. I played Graven Castle Fae. Looking back, my deck was bad because I was missing
fun and original.
It was, hey man, I ripped that from Mike Hardiman. I was like, hey Mike Hardiman, your deck was...
Didn't like Aaron Cook play it at Worlds?
Yeah, he did too, but I got it off of Mike Hardiman. So so I got it off my roomie, so it's different.
I got it off of Mike Hardiman, who ripped it off of Aaron Cook.
Well, I don't know if that happened. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. But anywho, I got it from Mike, and I played it, and then I realized now I had no overly dramatics in the deck. What the fuck was I thinking? I might have beaten Slam in top cuts if I had that fucking card.
You lost to Takuma?
I lost to Takuma. Because Graven Castle Ruins helps his ass out.
Hey, at least I lost to Ed 9.
Hey, you know what? At least you showed up. And that was a surprise all in its own right. Because we didn't, quit. I think Jeremy Ray was saying that you quit. Like, he was like, I think this dude's washed up. He's quit.
I think so. He said something like that. He's like, he was talking about some list of, decent players that, hadn't won anything. And I didn't even make the list, and I was like, J-Ray, you've always had such nice things to say about me. And he's like, oh, I thought you quit. And I was like, I'm driving to Indy now. I called out sick on Friday, and literally Thursday night, I got in my car and just started driving, and got to Indy at I don't know, basically 5 or 6 in the or I got to T-Gord's house at 5 or 6 in the afternoon. We then drove to a Winnabox tournament.
Oh, that's right.
In Indy.
Yeah.
Where T-Gord timer scumbagged me in round 1. And then proceeded to not win the box.
Oh, what a lame ass.
So we played that, drove back. the roads in Indiana are awful.
Oh yes,
or maybe it's Ohio, or maybe it's both. I don't know. There were so many potholes. So yeah, I stayed there. We came back in. Luckily, we played like top 8.
Yeah.
On Saturday,
Yeah.
so I knew that I didn't have to play on Sunday, so I could just leave straight from Tigret's house.
Yeah.
And so I basically left, I guess, like Sunday afternoon, and just drove all the way back, and got home at about 3 or 4 a.m. on Monday, and went to work.
That's right. I remember that. And then I go, "Hey, we want to record," and you're like, "Dude, I haven't slept in like 24 hours." I'm just like, "Okay, bud, we'll record later."
Yep.
But it was a fun tournament. I had a good time. You know, it was great seeing everybody. 'Cause I think that was the first time we'd seen everyone since. That's the first time I'd seen you since Rockford in November. And then, well, I see you every week on the show, but it's different being in person. You know, whatever. And but yeah, that was the infamous T-Gord losing to a 9-year-old event too. By the way, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
and Phil Birch's long lost son.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Dude, Indy's a good place.
Yeah.
Like I assume they have it at PTC this year. I don't know the date exactly, but if anyone's thinking about going, I recommend it. It's a fun time.
So then,
and a really good store.
Oh yeah, the store is awesome. Yeah, the store's fantastic. So moving on. So we had the Mortal Kombat come out. Sure, couple maybe like 2 or 3 months after that. Well, we had Rockford PTC, but no one wants to hear about that. So, well, we had the Grace PTC.
Did you top that?
No. I played to quote an uninspired Spike 1 deck, unquote. I could say that because it's true. We had one Rockford player make top cuts. He got diversified by Tim Keefe. Damn you, Tim Keefe. We love you and hate you all.
You know who else got diversified for the second time? Scott.
That's right. Yeah. Scott got diversified by
He was like,
Tim
I didn't
Keefe.
play Spike 2, and neither did Tim Keefe.
Yep, that is true. Is that the second? That was the second time this year. No. Third time this year.
Well, it was the third time they had a diversity. So, Tim won twice, and Scott won in Atlanta.
Okay. Well, no, didn't they diversity fight at Worlds, too? That'd be 4 times.
Maybe.
They did Guile?
Did Scott get diversified at Worlds? He did.
Yeah, he did. He got diversified by Tim Keefe. Yeah, 4 times.
Oh,
yeah, 4
brutal.
times. 4 times to Rockford. 4 times, yeah. Poor
That's
Scott.
awful.
Poor Scott. We love you, Scott. We love you. But yeah.
Gosh, Scott, why aren't you better than Tim Keefe?
Burn! So we finally got to see all the support for the Mortal Kombat characters after right before Rockford. I think Rockford came, and then that was the last event in the Bebop meta, in a way, and then we had Mortal Kombat. So, Mortal Kombat characters finally got their support. Cassie on this show was duped the worst, by my co-host. I didn't know what to say.
Did we say that Cassie was worse than like Aaron Black?
I think so. I think we did. I think we did. This would be a good segue to get our national champion on here, but he's going to talk later in the show. But yeah, that's when we saw Liu Kang support, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? And then...
Yeah, honestly, one of the other characters, the character that I think probably seemed like the craziest... I mean, so before we got the support, I think people thought Goro was nuts. Because he could just get back whatever he wanted.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, obviously, like Quan Chi was bananas.
Yeah.
Like
Jackie.
Quan Chi didn't even need support, and everyone was like, "This is stupid."
Jackie was the same way because I think Jeremy Ray was really high on her at Worlds, and she had the spike stuff.
Like, here's the thing: he was saying like Jackie's good, but she needs a couple cards.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true.
She got a couple cards.
Yeah.
I think it was like. I feel like it was that, but the biggest one was like Takeda.
Oh, yeah.
I think people looked at Takeda and they were just like,
this guy's insane.
Takeda is crazy.
Yeah.
And his support really isn't that bad.
No.
You know, it's like, I mean, he has one of the best attacks, like the Shirei Ryukan. Remember, that card is nuts.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done anything.
No. He's top one event. He's top one event.
Yeah. Yeah. What is Virginia?
Virginia.
Yeah?
Yep.
And I don't know why that is. I think that people are like maybe a little spooked just because like there's definitely rightly so perceived to be like a lot of counterplay to what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people just sort of like psych themselves out of playing him because of that. Because I mean, you hate sort of like sitting down and then your opponent plays like a card or something, and you're like, well, like I don't do anything.
Someone plays cool and focused into their staging area, you pretty much lose.
Yeah, or like I mean, you don't lose, but right,
it's a lot harder to win than it would have been if they didn't.
Yeah, like it shuts off like a lot of your like shenanigans.
Yeah, it does.
So,
wasn't Reptile also considered one of those characters that it's just like, man, this guy's insane just because of the damage negation and like
I think
the discard?
Reptile was sort of tagged early as right. It's almost like was Tim Keefe?
Was
just
it
like roll your face on your playmat and announce like I played my enhance.
Keyboard McRolly face, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he has a couple pretty good attacks as well. So he definitely got like decent support.
Yep.
And he showed up. I don't know if he's like really won anything or been on any like teams or anything.
No,
but
I know
he's
that Anthony Hall got second at the Virginia PTC with him. He's also won a couple Premier Store events in like Mississippi and all that stuff. I know he's taken down a couple events with him. So
I think Chris Nixon topped with him at Nats, right?
Yeah, Nats. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if he got out of the first round or not, but it doesn't really matter.
Don't remember, but
I know that he destroyed me. So
yeah. Well, I got destroyed all week that weekend too. So we'll talk about that later. But yeah, but I think Mortal Kombat was a nice breath of fresh air, considering like the Bebop meta had been so stale for like 6 months.
At that point, anything would be. Like honestly, as long as anything came out that had characters that like you could say, I'm okay not playing a Bebop character, so I can play this.
Yeah,
like it's good.
And that did,
they just needed that.
And
like,
that
they needed more than 8. They needed more than like 8 to 12 like legitimately viable characters.
True, and I think we did get that out of Mortal Kombat. It's just. They took a little more work than the Bebop characters because they weren't so cut and paste. They were a little bit open-ended. They didn't say, well, play a stun attack or play something with keywords, increase the rating or whatever, something like that. So, but we do remember like the first week where Nutcracker was rolling like $8 to pop. That first week was great. Yep, that first week was great. And then little did we know that Fatality would end up being the most sought after card in that set.
Dude, yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yin and Yang too. Yin and Yang was pretty big. Once people knew that,
I don't think that that's surprising.
No, I don't think so.
I think looking at Liu Kang's stuff, you knew that he was going to instantly want to run for that. So like,
yeah, for sure.
Automatically, that makes something like pretty valuable. Is that somebody wants to run it as a 4X?
This is where we should also bring in the giant Nero Fatica price spike. That card went from $2 to like $35 in like 3 minutes. It jumped so fast, like, and then it has dropped so hard since he's been, banned. And
that's the only person you really care about.
Well, like Takeda could technically run it.
We just talked about how no one wants Takeda.
Exactly. Well, actually, Takeda can't run. He doesn't share symbols with it. He does good. Yeah, he's good. My bad. Sorry, everyone. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really care that much about. The markets, the signals. I feel like there was a lot of that this year, actually. And I don't know if it's like newer players or even it might even be veteran players where I think a lot of people, one of the selling points of UFS is that it's cheaper.
Yeah,
it's it's cheaper than Magic. Like you don't have to pay like all this money for a deck.
Yeah,
and there have definitely been cards that have come out. Even in Street Fighter, Prepare to Fight. Like there have been cards that have come out in the past few sets that are like expensive cards.
Yeah.
But when I got in, like Skull Barrier was like $35.
Yeah, that's also true.
This isn't like new.
No,
it's just kind of like around. There's. I think some of it was just from the compression with like Bebop. That there was sort of like a much more limited thing. So like. You felt more pressure to play like certain characters, and somebody like Liu Kang, like there were pretty like optimized builds of him. Like he wasn't like rocket science trying to figure that
out. No, he was very easy to build.
There were different ways to build him, but right, like if you were on like Death or Water, you wanted Nero Fatica.
Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, like. Warriors of the Knights was like a super underprinted set.
That's true.
Honestly, I think it's sold out in about a month, if I remember correctly. I think it came out in like August or September, and it was gone by Halloween for sure.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Scott and I, like, we got some of that, and like legitimately, there were uncommons from that set that we didn't have 8 copies of.
I still don't have 4 copies of some of the uncommons in that set. Yeah.
Because Scott and I like split a collection, so you know we try to at least get 8 of everything, all, like commons and uncommons.
Yep.
Like rares is just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, you know, people who were playing when those sets came out don't have all those cards.
Yep.
And so for people who are newer, like, you can't get them. I think it might have been a little bit of an oversight not to have that in platinum.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't really know quite the criteria they were using. And, you know, for all I know, they didn't even know that, like, what they were going to do with Liu Kang or something at that point. So it may have been, like, less apparent. You know, maybe it would have been nicer to get, like, the companion out a bit earlier. But, you know, I don't know what went into, like, production and stuff of that. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's fine. I know there was, like, a big hullabaloo about how expensive it was before Nats. But, like, you know, I mean, we can all, like, give whoever a hard time.
Yeah.
But the thing is for anything like that, like, guys, like, something's worth whatever people will pay for it.
Yep.
You know, like, people are paying like $15 for like admission fees because they want to play Akuma.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You know, like, there aren't that many of it.
Yep.
And what do you want to do? You want to go crack open some boxes of like Battle for Power?
Oh my god, I tried doing that. Well, I'll get into it when we get closer to the Street Fighter vs. Darkstalker stuff. My admission fees snafu, I should say. So, but
I don't know. I guess just like one more point on that though. Like, I've seen people, like, I saw someone complaining about like the price of like some uncommons from like old sets, and I think that's, you know, that's life, right? I mean, it's like any card game. Like, if you weren't playing when something came out, even if you were, I mean, you, like, I know you've had a lot of cards that you like got rid of that were older, and like, didn't you sell like admission fees for like 30 cents?
It was a penny.
Before Akuma came out?
It was a penny.
Yeah. Because nobody ran that card.
Yeah, no one ran that card. Very true. Yep.
And I mean, it's just kind of like how card game economies work.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's fine design too. Like, you want characters to come out that make old cards relevant.
Definitely. I'd rather have that than characters who are just cut and paste, personally. Yeah. So
I don't know. Yeah. I think a lot of that was overblown, and like, people are talking about like price gouging, and like, that's crap. Yeah. Like, you know, it's just, these people have them. You want them. Like,
for sure.
If you don't want to pay the prices that like an online retailer is playing, like, you can find somebody like, you know, an older player, and you can trade, or like a lot of the people, a lot of the individuals that sell, like, you know, TCG player and stuff, like, they're not paying the same price as the stores because they want to move them.
Yeah, exactly.
So and you can always borrow them too. Oh yeah,
for sure. That's the that's usually step one, is to borrow stuff first. So, so moving on. So after MKX, we had we had August, because like August was pretty much empty because they didn't want any events. We had Gen Con. So
it was Gen Con, right?
Yeah, it was Gen Con.
I think part of that was just that they were busy.
Yeah, they were busy. Yeah, for sure.
So they couldn't like send a judge.
Oh yeah. So and that's fine. That's not a big deal. Having a break.
I mean, it's a little silly, I think, but they're also. I mean, they're also changing it this year. Yeah. You know, they are going to have a judge program. Yep. And they have events in August. We can talk about that when we get to 2019
stuff. We can get to that in 2019. Why are you jumping ahead?
Because it's relevant.
We have notes. We have to follow the notes, or there's chaos. Or there's chaos, Rob. But yeah, so after Mortal Kombat, some events, and then really the next major was UK Nats, I believe, right?
Man, this is like,
because we had a couple PTCs, we had a few PTCs, and then we had UK Nats, and that was the first time they ever sent Jasco employees over. They sent Shane and JT over to run the event, and that was the first time they'd ever had that done. So that was pretty good to see them helping out the guys overseas. So, which is usually not the case. Usually they have the store. I think when you went, they had a Patriot Games person run it, right? Mm-hmm. So that was good.
I mean, when I was over there, they did that, and then they had like a question about like a deck list, and they like someone over there literally had to call Jason.
Oh wow!
To like confirm whether or not they like had to DQ the person.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're just like, whoa, like this is a mess.
Yeah, that is. So that's good that they had people fly over. That was also, I believe, that was one of the last events Quan Chi was played at, because I believe he was banned right after that. Right? They had
the PTC in Florida.
Yeah, and then he was banned quickly after that. That was won by Mike Hardiman, everyone's favorite British man, in my opinion. Dan Austin's pretty good too, which, you know, I don't know, unless your favorite's Rio. I don't know, Rio, you're a good dude too. But he took down singles with Quan Chi. No surprise there. With this wild ovipositor charger deck that would just play the same one over and 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 over again.
I feel like that was like one aspect of the deck.
Yeah, it was. But that was the cool aspect of the deck, though.
Okay.
That was the one that was like, wow, this card's actually good. You know, because it's not, I don't know, I guess. I don't know. But he took that down. And then Dan Austin, Oliver Hill, and Rio Gopal took down teams after, I guess, from what Dan said in his interview, which you'll see after we're done talking here, was some very, very highly contested matches. It's sad that we didn't get to see it on a stream or even the VODs. I don't think it was even recorded. Right?
I thought there were VODs.
I'm not sure, because I don't remember. If there was, I don't think Rio's match got it. And I don't think...
No, I thought for finals it was Oliver Hill's match.
Oh, okay then. Okay. That I don't know, because I haven't watched it, because I usually don't see Jasco upload anything to YouTube. So, but yeah, anywho. So here's Mike Hardiman and Dan Austin talking about their 2018, what they think, what they would like to have happen in 2019. So stay tuned. We're with Mike Hardiman of UK, England, right? I don't know, you're in Sheffield, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so asked him to come on, talk about his 2018. He had a pretty decent one. He's going to elaborate, and then we're going to talk about his 2019 after that. Just a little good one. So go ahead, Mike.
It was alright. So 2018 was okay for me. I only played in like 2 events, which was Worlds and UK Nats.
Mm-hmm.
Worlds went okay. We switched champ teams, and then proceeded to get knocked out like immediately. Singles, I built my deck the morning of the event and lost on the bubble in round 7. So I didn't quite go the way I wanted it to, but it was alright. You know, it was Worlds. You know, got cool stuff, new things. That was pretty much it for that event. And then nothing happens for what? 4 or 5 months. And then,
you did have a set release though, so we did have a set release.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about those sets.
Okay, go ahead.
So you know, and then UK Nats rolls around. I somehow win singles the second time. Don't know why, but it happened. So, now I get to deal with Jason and try and figure out what we're gonna do with it, and he's been away, so it's kind of been one-sided.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
And then teams didn't go too well for us. We lost. Well, again, we doubled in the last round.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, we do things weird and do teams after singles. But yeah, so 2018, sorry, for me, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Got a character to design. Art should be done soon, hopefully.
Cool. Awesome.
When I see it.
Yeah.
Abilities. Oh, well, it needs to be done soon since it'll be out in July.
Yeah.
July. Yeah. In terms of like UFS in general, though, it's pretty good. We've got 3 sets. The quality of those sets is debatable for some people. Personally, I love Bebop.
Yeah.
I found it fun, interesting. Everything did something. Turned up a little too much, sure, but you know it was good for the game overall.
Yeah.
And got lots of people in and made to us UK Nats the best event we've ever had, biggest that we've had under Jasco anyway.
Oh, so cool, awesome.
Definitely positive there. And then we got so it was January. Between obviously, as you mentioned, between Worlds and UK, we did get Mortal Kombat, which was more Bebop but better.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that because it felt like it was the same power level, but it didn't feel as drastic. You know, it wasn't like this huge spike. It just seemed like it just kept going. You know, which is kind of nice.
Had a little more, more to it. You know, it wasn't quite as linear. It wasn't all just this does these numbers, this does these numbers. It's if you do this, you get these numbers.
Yeah.
If you do this, you get these numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
And then obviously we had characters like Quan Chi and Liu Kang who are very different. And, the band. Yes. You gotta be careful when you do different things.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And then what was it? November we got Street Fighter vs. Darkstalkers.
Yep. Which
is I can't really comment on that. I played about 5 games with the set.
Okay.
Quiet over here, and for me, it's been a bit of a lame duck set. Like it's not. It doesn't feel like there's a lot to dive into.
Yeah.
So hopefully, whatever's next, whenever it is, will be a bit more interesting. But yeah, I'd say 2018 has been pretty good. My 2019 is probably not going to be as good.
Oh.
It's probably not going to be able to go to Vegas, which is the thing I was most looking forward to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, money's just not there.
No, that's understandable, man.
And so it's probably just going to be UK Nats and hopefully US Nats to actually enter.
Are you not playing in the UK Cup then?
That's again that comes down to money. I don't know yet. It's like as of recording, 2 weeks. I think.
Yeah. Dan said it was in 2 weeks. Yeah,
so it's in 2 weeks. At the minute, I can probably make it.
Yeah.
It just depends on how people are planning on traveling down.
Sure.
If we're staying over.
Sure.
That sort of thing.
Okay.
If I do, I'll go. I don't really have a deck, but I'll go.
You can build one the night before. It's okay.
That only almost works.
Yeah, only almost. Sure, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, so maybe UK Cup. Definitely UK Nats.
Yeah.
Hopefully US Nats next year.
Yep. But it sounds like Dan already has you and Grant slotted for that, so you guys are ready to go. According to Dan. For US Nats, you guys are coming in, so that's what he said.
I mean, I might take some convincing Grant there for that one.
Yeah, I know, for real. Yeah.
But no, it's 2019 is going to be a weird year. I mean, for the most part, I'll probably just end up playing as myself. I was make the innuendo, but I decided not to.
Yeah, you could have. It's fine.
As long as it comes out the way I want it to.
Yeah,
played
for sure.
In-house games and it seems pretty fun, pretty fair.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
It seems to be the way they want it to be. So fingers crossed, stays that way.
Yeah.
If not, I'll just stick with my Earth Cassie Cage deck because that's a lot of fun.
Neat. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Cool.
It's gonna be interesting. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We're meant to get set in about 3 weeks, and there's no information about it.
From time of recording, 3 weeks. Yes, 3 weeks. Because today's what, the 12th? No. Yeah. So what's today? I don't know what today's date is. Today's day is the 5th. So yeah, 4 weeks from today. 4 weeks from yesterday, we're supposed to have a set out. So
yeah, we've got no information yet. Yep. So we both should have pre-release in 3 weeks then. So.
You're right, and I'm going to a PTC a week after the release date, so we have no idea what's going on with that. So we'll find out. I know we will.
Stay tuned next time.
Yeah, stay tuned next time for sure. Yes.
No, so they say they want 4 sets. I'd rather stick to 3 every 4 months.
I'm totally fine with that. I would be okay.
Easier on the wallet.
Yes.
I don't mind if they miss the first and hit the others. That kind of thing.
Especially with all like the DLC packs and all like these plans they have for like collector tins and all this stuff.
Out with masses.
Yeah.
But are out there a little bit. So all these new promos and everything. They're quite cool. I can't really. Everything's kind of really up in the air for me. So.
No, that's fine. No, that's cool. That's we're not going to tell you, hey, you said you're coming to this stuff, so you have to come to this stuff. We're not going to hold that to you. So
but watch out when I show up at Worlds, I'm like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm not really there. just roll in like a computer.
There you go. You can just play off like Skype or something. Yeah, there you go. Hey man, I'm excited to you've let us in our Facebook group see some of your ideas for your character, and they're pretty sweet, and so I'm pretty excited for that. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited, and it's got Earth for Rio, so...
Oh, there you go, right there. There you go.
Maybe
as long as your art doesn't make you look like a wafy man, so you're fine. So he won't play it if you look like a waif. That's what he said.
He won't play it anyway. It might be 7 hand size.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, poor Rio. Yeah, no 7 hand size for him. Yep. All right, cool, man. So thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Like I said, if you ever want to come on the Guile treatment again or do a deck profile or whatever, and you got free time, let me know. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm always free. I just don't really have anything interesting to share.
That's okay. Yeah, man. Hey.
Maybe we'll do a me deck profile when it's spoiled.
There you go. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, we'll do that. That'd be great. We'll plan for that. That's awesome. So
do that at some point. Yeah, sure.
All right. Thanks again, Mike. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you later.
Cheers.
All right, we got Dan Austin here. Gonna talk about his 2018. Dan, thanks for coming on the show.
Hello.
And then go on, man. Tell me about how your 2018 UFS went.
It went pretty good. Obviously, we don't have a bigger player base as the US does.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, we like sort of me and my locals to sort of play as and when we can.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, start of the year, I was sort of thinking, obviously, because I won teams, UK teams, last year.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 2017.
2017, yeah.
Yeah. I was sort of, because we were speaking to Mike and Grant as well, obviously, because we've done that, do you reckon we could do it if we went to Worlds as well?
Yeah.
So pretty much said soon after we said, so we'll probably go to Worlds and see what we can do there, which is really good. Mm-hmm. And then, obviously, shortly after, I think it was February time, we sort of said, so we're going to go to Worlds then, and we organised it, which is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we made it over there. We got to meet everyone in person instead of speaking.
Yeah. Like on Skype or Discord or whatever. Yeah.
Obviously got to meet everyone, which is really good. And obviously everyone got to meet Grant and his little tiny hands, which was hilarious. Exactly. And then I think, for teams on the Friday, I played Spike 2. Because obviously that was the point where Bebop was obviously in its prime.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Mike had Faye.
Yeah.
Faye.
Yeah, he had Graven Faye, yeah.
And then Grant had Spike 1, which obviously, Spike 1 and Spike 2 sort of running rampant at that point.
Yeah, sure.
And then, we went into the event thinking we'll do what we can. If we can do well, we can do well. And then I think we started off round 1.
Against us. Against me.
Yeah,
it was me and Church and Kelly. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I was against Kelly, and you had Mike.
I had Mike. Yeah, I got my shit pushed in by Graven Faye. Yeah, because I was playing Spike 2 and it wasn't good.
Yeah, one to you guys, and then round 2, I can't remember who we played against. I think it was one of the Vegas teams.
Sure.
And then we beat them, so I thought, okay, this is happening. And then obviously, I think round 3. I can't remember who we played against round 3, but we won that as well, so currently 3-0.
Yeah.
Then round 4, we went against. I can't remember. I think one of them was Matt. I can't remember his surname. And 2 of the newer players.
Okay.
From Vegas, I think.
Okay.
And then we beat them, so we're currently 4-0 at Worlds, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, at that point, people were sort of doing intentional draws.
Yeah.
And obviously, because we were still pretty tired from days, so it was pretty much a long day. It always is for them sort of events.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. Round 5, we ID'd with... I can't for the life of me remember who with. I can't remember if it was with Keenan's team.
Okay.
I think it wasn't Keenan, Ashley, and Tim, that team?
It might have been, or I don't remember. I don't remember that far back.
Am I right? So we ID'd with them, and then we got to round 6, and I was like, so should we just get ID again?
Mm-hmm.
And then that was fine, and we did that, and then pretty much top Swiss, which is really good.
Yeah, everyone was like, what's going on? Yeah.
we got to top 8, and then I think we went against the UFSU guys.
Yeah.
And then I think Mike went against James, against his Dimitri.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Grant went against Tam's Faye. Then I was against Tyler in the mirror, Spike 2 mirror.
Mm-hmm.
and obviously the videos on the Jessica website.
Yeah.
And game one, pretty much. That's the thing with Spike 2. It pretty much it was a coin flip.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get the early build and the good hand, you just go in.
Yeah.
But then obviously I won game one, and then game 2 and 3 I pretty much just kept drawing like foundations. And he beat me.
Sucks.
Oh, that's fine. And then Mike beat James, so obviously we're 1-1. So it's pretty much relying on Grant to win, or Tam won. But unfortunately Tam won. So then obviously we were kicked out, which wasn't a problem. Obviously we went there, did what we could. You know, so hopefully now people sort of realise that we're not such a easy country to beat.
No, you're not. You guys aren't. I think it's just good-natured ribbing. We just like to...
Yeah, I know. After meeting everyone in person, I know. It's all a bit of like friendly banter.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
And then I think then after that, I can't remember what we did after that on that Friday.
I don't remember either. I don't remember. I think we went out.
So I don't
remember
when we arrived. Obviously, when you picked us up, we went for ramen. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I think we went. We didn't go to Hooters. That was
that was the last night. Hooters was the last night. Yeah.
I know we went Shake Shack, didn't we?
Oh, Steak and Shake? Yeah.
Steak
Probably
and Shake,
did.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I know we hit there like 3 or 4 times, as far as I remember.
Yeah. And then singles, I played for Worlds. I played Good Jet.
Okay.
Which at the time I thought was a good idea, but then when I realised that obviously playing in the UK, obviously you sort of have people that sort of getting builds right and getting the testing right, obviously. And then you go to Worlds where everyone's done that. They pretty much got their builds spot on.
Yeah.
So then obviously I've been thrown a bit at the deep end, and I think it didn't go too well. I think I went like 3 and 4.
Okay.
But it was more of an eye opener. So sort of when I do come back, I'll sort of know that everyone's done their homework and know what the deck does.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was singles was, I think, a lot harder than I thought it would have been.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone sort of played their decks for a good few months.
Yeah.
And worked out everything that it can and can't do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think...
Were you the guy at the carnival games to get like 1 million boxes? Were you that guy? You were that guy.
A little bit. I think it was me and Dan Hughes. I think
you and Dan Hughes. You and Dan Hughes ruined it all for us.
I think I've still got a picture on my phone. I think I've won like 4 in 2 minutes. That's the thing, because like the distance was literally like 2 feet.
Yeah,
and because I'm quite tall, I literally had to just easily do it.
It's some backstory. Some backstory on this, guys. So after, I think during Top Cuts on Sunday, we had carnival games like ball toss and bingo and stuff like that. So Dan Austin and Dan Hughes make out like bandits because they haven't moved the line back yet, and their arms are very long, and they were just dropping balls in and they just get tons of boxes.
I think I bought like $10 worth of chips so I could keep going back and forward, and then I've spent like $2 and I walked away with 4 boxes, and then I looked at Jason as I won them, and he looked at me like I've just like
robbed him
an infant or something. He didn't know what the hell's going on. And then they closed the game for a little while. I think because they probably run out of product, because me and Dan Hughes had sort of
you guys kind of
got all of them. So I think one of them went back to the actual main office to get some more boxes and bring them back, and then they put the line further back, which made it a lot tougher.
Yeah.
And then I think I only then want another 2 after that.
It was still a good deal though. If you were able to get it, it was like $1 for a box or something, $2 for a box or something like that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was
really
ridiculous. Good. Yeah.
And then the only problem with that was obviously after I opened all of it, it's a case of getting it back to the room.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But luckily they had like a box for a local thing at the front where it had spare commons and stuff. But I'd already got stuff before from when I came out anyway, so I pretty much gave all the commons to the guys. The front, and I said if anyone needs them, they can have them.
Yeah.
But I then think after that was when I think it was Chris Rhinus. One of the because at the point I was saying I really need missile launchers. I think I traded mine away just before I came out.
Yeah.
So I was bothering them, and then he went and got me 2 of them. I literally just met this person 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Because he just Mike, and she gave me 2 missile launchers.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, I can't thank you enough. He said, oh, that's fine. Just when you come back again, we'll have to play each other. I was like, well, I do plan on coming back. So
sure.
Obviously, I won't be able to make it for this Worlds.
Oh, that's too bad.
There's other things going on, but I will definitely be coming to US Nats.
Okay, cool.
That's going to be good. Then, pretty much between like Worlds and UK Nats, it was just because we got our Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah.
Actually, everyone got their characters, and everyone's pretty much in the how can they build these certain characters. Everyone's loving Quan Chi, everyone's loving Raiden, but everyone was hating on Cassie Cage, obviously, because we hadn't seen her support yet.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the character I got was Cuttle Khan.
Yeah.
And I saw that character and I was like, okay, this guy can turn anything into any non-powerful into a throw. So what's the biggest attack I can find that isn't powerful? And luckily, my teammate in teams was playing it in his deck, and luckily I found it as the Vengeance of the Fallen Angel.
Yeah.
So you can pretty much make it a 4 mid for 12 throw. That if they block it, then you can just Kokosho. If they don't block it, you just chop them for 12.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you can just pick it up again with Surveyor if you play other attacks after it, then throw that at the end of it, like after an overhit or something.
Yeah.
So I pretty much got back to the UK and I thought, right, I've got to try this out because it sounds too good to be true. And then I built a few decks for it and I thought, this is going pretty well. And then the set dropped. And then we pretty much all of his attacks, like you got Sword Blade Strike, all of his stuff that dealt with momentum, which is pretty good. So I pretty much had the idea of if I can use stuff like Search Snake, which is fantastic with him.
Yeah.
And then you've got Vengeance of the Fallen Angel, Kokoshos, Sword Blade Strike, and Moment Slice, which pretty much chips away. And then like Search Snake to get the kill.
To kill him, yeah.
And then that was really good. And then I think we had Quan Chi floating around our local area. I could. It was a tough match, but I could beat through it. But that's only if I got like Search Snake within like the first 2 turns, I could gradually put them down because all of his counter blocks were mids.
Yeah.
And then we had Rio's Goro. I was running around. There was obviously a point where we pretty much go like 8 or 9 games in a row, but he would run, I would run back and forth.
Yeah.
So if he saw like Punch Walk or Missile Launcher early enough, then he'd win it. Whereas if I saw like Fallen Angel or Search Snake, then I'd take it.
Yeah.
And then I was pretty much, before that, I was just building other decks, like just to try something different. I didn't want to stick with the same deck in case I get really bored of it.
Yeah.
Got to about 2 or 3 weeks before the event, and I was just saying to my team, that was Oliver and Rio, I was like, who do I play for this event? I don't know. And they both just said, just play Cuttle Khan. Just everyone else's Cuttle Khan is trying something like with Evil. We got was Vega's Ultra.
Yeah, Bloody High Claw.
Yeah,
yeah,
doing that with him. But then I thought nobody's getting a 12 damage Fallen Angel, which it's a little too good to turn down.
Yeah, it is. So
then obviously you got to But then that's another thing as well. We had Liu Kang as well at the time during his prime. So I was pretty much saying to the guys, right, do I play Cuttle Khan for singles or teams? And then I actually had the Liu Kang deck built, and they said, right, play him for singles, and if you like how he did, play him for teams.
Oh, that's right, because you guys' singles are before teams. You guys do teams last.
Yeah,
that's
we did our singles on a Saturday and teams on Sunday.
Yeah, that's right.
And then on the singles, I went 4-2, finishing 8th in Swiss.
Yeah.
I think my losses were to Punch Walk Goro, because obviously when he sees Punch Walk turn 1, checks a 5, uses Goro, mills 2 more Punch Walks.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Yeah, that's rough.
But I did get revenge in round 6 against one of the other UK players. I think I hit him for 20 turn 2.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah.
So it pretty much made it a bit easier.
Yeah.
Then I had to play against Cassie in top 8, which before then I didn't really expect much of Cassie. But yeah, that's a monster.
Yeah, that was like her coming out party. You know, like Barry played her at an event like the week before, I think, at the PTC.
Yeah.
But like, you know, he topped, but like her Michael Murray played her, right? I think that's who it was.
Yeah,
he really
Glasgow guys.
Yeah, one of the Glasgow guys. Really, that was like her coming out party. Was the UK Nats? It was like, hey guys, I'm kind of good, you know.
That's the thing, because like she was literally. I was just thinking, how can she get these attacks that big? Because like when she could throw like 14 low for 20 nutcrackers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how is she doing it? But then I played against her. I was like, that stuff can get really big. It can get out of hand really quick.
Yeah, it does.
So then I think, round one with like Search Snake, whittling him down. And then game 2, he pretty much, I think he opened, was it Double Alpha Male and Shadow Inheritance?
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then checked the Shadow Inheritance during that turn as well. So it's pretty much, I had to try and beat through the Shadow Inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
But then he sided in Brutalities as well to slow me down with the Search Snakes.
Yeah.
So that made it a lot more difficult to whittle him down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I eventually lost that match. Obviously, that was fine because I topped, and luckily Rio and Oliver were top with the singles as well.
Yeah, he topped the
But we all lost in top 8.
Yeah,
we didn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to like an all-you-can-eat restaurant after with everyone.
Sure.
And I just said to him, right, do I play Cottle Khan for teams or do I go with Liu Kang? And I said, well, they've seen your Cottle Khan, and they obviously have a day to change for it if they need to.
Mm-hmm.
So they just said, to be safe, play Liu Kang. And I was fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because Liu Kang is just,
Yeah, a monster. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I think, and I think we went 2-2 in Swiss.
Okay.
And then we finished 4th, and then we went in top 4 teams, we went against T-Gord, Tim, and Kevin.
Yeah.
And then Oliver had Kevin as Ermac.
Yeah, he had Ermac.
Yeah, and then Rio went against Tim, who was playing as Jet, and Rio was Goro again.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was me and T Gordon and the Liu Kang mirror.
Yeah. And
again, it's like the Spike 2 thing, like I said earlier, it's a case of it's a coin flip.
Yeah.
If you get the hand and the yin yangs, you're done.
Sure.
And then I think me and T Gord finished our match. We went to game 3, I think we finished in like 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And then Oliver and Kevin went for like 35 minutes, obviously, because the thing is with Jackie, she can put anything to like 18 damage with these.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think he was using the tier 1 takeoff with Mechanical Genius.
Okay, make it a throw. Yeah.
So you can make it an 18 damage throw.
Yeah.
And obviously, after a while, Vega can't do much against that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I think he actually killed him with a reverse urban shower.
Okay.
So, and then obviously he won that, and then I think Rio and Tim just played it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we beat them. And then in the final, we played against the Glasgow guys again.
Mm-hmm.
Then I played against Cassie again. Now, I was thinking that Liu Kang has got a pretty good match against Cassie, but then I completely forgot about Shadow Inheritance.
Yeah, Shadow Inheritance is a beating, yeah.
The Shadow Inheritance against Liu Kang is pretty much Cassie's bread and butter.
Yeah.
And then Oliver was against Fire Liu Kang, which was main deck, I think it was side decking Pip.
Okay.
So that pretty much shut Jackie down, which means she couldn't use powerful or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Rio went against Quan Chi. Yeah, he went against Quan Chi. Now, luckily for Rio, he's been playing that Quan Chi. He's playing against that Goro deck for 3 months prior before that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a case of changing a few cards, and he knew if he got his early lockdown and Quan Chi couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I think there was one point where he had 10 foundations, the Quan Chi deck, and Rio had 4 Shokan prints and $500 sunglasses.
Woo.
So if you played an attack, he get tapped out. If you played a foundation, you go to deadlock, which means he had missile launches to discard pile. I think he was there for 20 minutes. There's no way he can get around that.
Yeah, you can't get out of that. That's tough. That's a tough beat.
And then Oliver, he won that. He won that match. And then Oliver against Liu Kang, I believe. I think it was just a case of whittling them down with Hunt Spiders and Urban Showers, reversals.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And then against the Cassie deck, I won game 1, and then game 2, I think it was a 12 low for 14 Nutcracker that beat me. And then I know, right?
Right in the dick. That hurts.
I know, right? You feel that for the rest of your life, wouldn't
you?
you?
You do. Yeah.
And then game 3, I mistimed the Liu Kang enhance because I milled the top 3.
Okay.
And then I picked up a Nero when I should have picked up a Liu Kang's fireball. So I didn't think he'd have another attack in his hand.
Yeah.
And then he ended up killing me with a 11 low for 17 Shoryuken.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So if I would have blocked the Shoryuken, he pretty much drained his entire hand to kill me. So if I would have blocked the Shoryuken, I could have then obviously back swung him with one, but then luckily the other 2 won.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, so that was alright. But then, obviously, because I think we won pretty early, it was like, what, I finished, 25 minutes?
Sure.
Oliver was like 40 minutes, and Rio was like, nearly 2 hours.
Oh my god.
Because it got to that point where I think his opponent was literally sitting there for 20 minutes looking at people, was like, what can I do? How can I get around this? There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
I was literally just sitting in that one, in the little corner in the shop, in like the Patriot Games, just walking back and forth, listening to music, saying, "Are they done yet? God Almighty!"
It's like, hurry up, man.
Play fast decks, guys. Honestly.
Yeah.
But they grinded it out. They played it out, and then that worked out, and then turns out we I'm a 2-time
cardboard
team champion
2 years in a row. Damn,
I'm hoping
good.
This year.
Yeah.
To team up with somebody else, somebody different. So hopefully that will work out, but I need to work out who. Yeah. And then, annoyingly, soon after, which is sort of understandable, Liu Kang did get banned. Yep. Because obviously,
he's broken. Yeah.
Yeah. But hopefully soon we'll get reprints of it.
Yeah, we'll get an updated version of him for sure. For sure.
And then I think I went back to like Kotal Khan for a little while, like off life, and then I speaking to Tim. Just before we went to the US and I had to order Kotal Khan, I was like, I'm intrigued how you built it. And then it's like this case of just like Frost Hammer, Deep Freeze with like slide shots. I was like, slide shots with Kotal Khan is pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. It's very
like
nasty.
21 damage by itself.
Yes.
And then I played him for a good 2-3 months. I think I've still got him built somewhere. Yeah. But then he obviously revealed Street Fighter vs Darkstalkers, and then lo and behold, the best answer to Liu Kang ever was released.
Yes, Akuma.
And and Liu Kang's pretty much sitting as a, hey, you can't fight me now because I'm not here. Yeah. And Akuma, right, okay, fine, I'll just wait.
Yeah, he's just gonna wait for him. Yeah.
And then pretty much since then I've been playing Akuma.
Okay.
I've had other decks on the side. I've got like an Earth Cassie deck that's really, really defensive. Okay. Which is Cassie. Chaos Lilith, who's really fun. But I'm not quite sure how I feel about her yet. Because she's got a lot of answers to certain cards. Sure. But obviously, there's a lot of stuff's rotating in that set. So, and then obviously Anakaris, but everybody hates Anakaris. Yeah. So then that's the thing. I'm still in the process of trying to decide what to play for UK Cup.
Okay. Yeah. So about that, let's move into what you think of for your 2019 stuff.
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, so you have UK Cup coming up like in what, in 2 weeks?
2 weeks. 2 weeks today.
So you said you have a couple decks planned, but I know you don't need to spoiler tech or anything, but are you excited for it? Because I know it's like another like national event, right? Are the Scotland guys coming down too?
It's sort of like our equivalent to a PTC.
Okay, it's like a PTC?
Yeah.
Okay. Are the Scotland... I'm sorry, go ahead.
There's one in Glasgow later in the year.
Okay.
Then obviously we've got nationals at Sheffield, and then I think there's another event in Doncaster.
Oh, cool.
Like June, July.
All right, so it's like a whole circuit thing. That's sweet. Okay, cool.
So then obviously we've got those. That's the thing. I don't know what's going to happen between the format between then. Whether it's a case of Liu Kang comes back and then it's different. But I think for now, there's like one of two decks I want to play. Yeah. But then obviously I know what other people are playing, so I sort of have like the inside scoop. But I think it's just a case of just play it out, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I'd like to do well. I'd like to at least top 4. Yeah. UK Cup. Sure. But obviously I can't make it to Worlds, which is really annoying. But I really want to. Yeah. But I would like to win teams again. Yeah. Regardless if it's UK or US. Yeah.
Just
and
because
I'd probably like to get singles cardboard at some point.
3 years in a row, man, for teams, man. Right? That'd be sweet. That'd be pretty awesome.
But that's the thing. I don't know what to expect from the format. Whether it's a case of it's
for sure.
because obviously certain people favour certain formats, but obviously people now like the aggressive formats. Whereas previous sets have had like a controlling format.
Yeah.
Whereas I think I'm more of the controlling format, but
Okay.
I can play aggro. But then it's just a case of if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
But I'm not really into that. I just play my style of deck, not one I'm sort of told to play. So I'm hoping I get the same luck I did this year.
Yeah.
But maybe a bit more.
So you can get that singles cardboard, so Mike can't hold over 2 cards over your head. So and Grant, both of them.
That's right. Well,
yeah.
I know. If I can win at least one bit of cardboard this year, then I'll be.
Yeah. Because you have Mike with 2 cards, and then Grant has small, tiny hands on his wizard guy. So but
yeah.
So we need Big Dan on a card.
Hopefully, both of them are coming out this year as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, huh? Yeah, that is true.
So
yeah.
That'd be weird.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Yeah. You're the team you won with Grant and Mike. Your guys' cards coming out. Are both your cards coming out this year, or only one of them? Both of them are. Sweet. Yeah. That's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
So hopefully we'll be able to get some signed and send some out, and then when we do come, if me and Mike and Grant do come out to US Nets, then obviously get some signed and.
Okay.
Cool. I know some champs get their card on the playmat as well, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know Rio did with Death Charge, and I think Mike did with Drag to Victory.
Okay. Sure.
And then so I might try and do that. So,
okay. Yeah, that's right. Because I have a Badger Club mat. I have one of those. Yeah, I got one of those, and they all signed it.
Is it signed by all 3 of them?
Yeah. All 4 actually. Brian signed it too.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So Marco hasn't signed it yet because I didn't bring it, but I have Brian, Church, and Rodney on it. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Marco still needs to sign it, so I have to get it to him. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But so we have your card coming out this summer, and then we have you coming to US Nats. You said.
Yes.
And then you have UK Nats too, for right before it as well, right?
I think we haven't actually had a date set for UK Nats.
Okay.
Yet, I think it'll be like 2017, where it'll probably be like 2 weeks before US Nats.
Okay, sure. So wow, you're gonna get like a huge crash course in testing and stuff leading up to
of course.
US Nats. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
If it's like it was last year, because last year's US Nats was hilarious. Obviously, a drunk Birch is amazing.
Oh yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
I was like, the first person I've met him, he's singing to me. He's like, okay, as you do.
Cool. All right.
And then obviously meeting everyone was really good. So hopefully see more people.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely. I assume Nats is only going to get bigger from last year. Last year was the biggest Nats we had, and it's going to get bigger. So. You know, eventually they're gonna have to get into a new spot. So
I'm guessing it's at the same place at the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, the date's already set for it too. It's on the website.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I believe it's on the website already. So we'll be good
cool.
there. So cool. Alrighty. So thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
No problem.
This episode will come out sometime soon once I get everybody recorded.
Worries.
So but thanks again, Dan. I know I always chat with you on Discord and stuff, and in our Facebook group. So it's not like I'm ever never talking to you.
That's fine. No worries, man.
All right, dude. So we'll talk to you later.
No worries.
Good luck this year. Good luck at UK Cup. We're gonna pull for you guys. So we're gonna pull for
Thank you very much.
We're gonna pull for
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, sounds good. Talk to you later, dude.